Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. The Lancet today in its report published a criticism and suggestions regarding India's COVID-19 handling. And today in this video, we are going to talk about that. But before that, if you are watching this video on YouTube, then please make sure you subscribe to our channel, you like this video and you comment below it. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, then please do like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Today, India touched another grim record in COVID-19 pandemic. Well, this is the fourth straight day that India has recorded more than 4 lakh COVID-19 cases in the country. Today, India has also recorded more than 4,000 deaths. That's the new record high as far as single-day death toll is concerned. Since last few days, India was recording close to 3,000 deaths every day. In the past 24 hours, more than 4,000 Indian people have lost their lives. While the local and state governments, local bodies have started imposing lockdown restrictions again, there is no word about it from the central government. On the other hand, the vaccination drive is going at a very slow pace. People are dying, hospitals are filled, healthcare workers are stressed. Now, while India is under a pressure of second wave of COVID-19, the international criticism is also mounting over the handling of the pandemic. Several foreign publications have written about India's COVID-19 state and how the government could not foresee and prepare for what is coming. A point that many of them mentioned was how Indian government was quick to declare itself a winner after cases subsided post-January. While the government was busy patting its own back and singing own praises, the second wave of COVID-19 gripped the country and we know how things spiraled down after that. Amid the worsening COVID situation, a visible anger has also built up against the government. Twitter trends calling for the resignation of Prime Minister and the Health Minister can be seen every day on social media. There have been calls for resignation of India's Health Minister Harsh Vardhan. Many pointed out his statements and actions that clearly undermine the second wave of pandemic. One such statement that is receiving much backlash is when he said that it is a beginning of the end of COVID-19 in India. In early March, when the cases showed steady rise, in a conference, Harsh Vardhan said, "We are in the end game of COVID-19 pandemic in India." Well, now even the Lancet has lashed out at the Indian Health Minister and the Indian government for their handling of the pandemic. The Lancet is a weekly peer-reviewed general medical journal. It is among the world's oldest and best-known general medical journals. It is almost considered as the Bible of medical practice and science. In its article published today, titled India's COVID-19 Emergency, it criticized Indian government's approach towards handling of the pandemic. It has called India's vaccination drive as botched up and said that PM Modi's actions in attempting to stifle criticism and open discussion during the crisis are inexcusable. It also has some suggestions for India. Let's talk about that today's video. The Lancet article says that hospitals are overwhelmed and health workers are exhausted and being infected. Social media is full of desperate peoples, doctors and public seeking medical oxygen, hospital beds and other necessities. Yet, before the second wave of cases of COVID-19 began to mount in early March, Indian Minister of Health Harsh Vardhan declared that India was in the end game of the epidemic. The impression from the government was that India had beaten COVID-19 after several months of low case counts, despite repeated warnings of the dangers of a second wave and the emergence of new strains. Modeling suggested falsely that India had reached herd immunity, encouraging complacency and insufficient preparation, but a Sero survey by the Indian Council of Medical Research in the month of January suggested that only 21% of the population had antibodies against COVID-19. At times, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has seemed more intent on removing criticism on Twitter than trying to control the pandemic. This is what the Lancet wrote. It further said that despite warnings about the risks of super spreader events, the government allowed religious festivals to go ahead. These festivals drew millions of people from around the country and also permitted huge political rallies which are known for their lack of COVID-19 mitigation measures. It further notes that the message was that COVID-19 was essentially over in the country and that also slowed the start of India's COVID-19 vaccination campaign. It further discusses how, after vaccine rollout, the government abruptly shifted the entire policy, allowing everyone above age of 18 to get the jab. This resulted in draining supplies and creating mass confusion and a market for vaccine doses in which states and hospital systems competed. The report further says that states like Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, two of the most populous states in the country, were unprepared for the sudden spike in the cases and also ran out of oxygen. However, UP's infamous jail for spreading false rumors on oxygen shortage, wherein the police took action against those who were seeking help on Twitter, has also featured in the report. The Lancet mentions that states like Kerala and Odisha were better prepared in terms of oxygen production and are now providing it to other states as well. The journal further suggests that two-pronged strategies should be adopted to tackle India's COVID-19 pandemic. First one is rationalizing and speeding up the botched-up vaccination drive. It says that there are two immediate bottlenecks to overcome: increasing vaccine supply, some of which could come from abroad, other foreign countries, and setting up a distribution campaign that can cover not only just the urban but also the rural and poorer citizens who contribute more than 65% of India's population, which are over 800 million people, but also face a desperate scarcity of public health and primary care facilities. The government must work with local and primary healthcare centers that know their communities and create an equitable distribution system for the vaccines. And second point, it says, is reduce COVID-19 transmission. It says that India must reduce COVID-19 transmission as much as possible while the vaccine is being rolled out. The report also says that the government must publish accurate data in a timely manner and forthrightly explain to the public what is happening and what is needed to bend the epidemic curve, including the possibility of a new federal lockdown. Genome sequencing needs to be expanded to better track, understand and control emerging and more transmissible COVID-19 variants. Local governments have begun taking disease containment measures, but the federal government has an essential role in explaining to the public the necessity of masking, social distancing, halting mass gatherings, voluntary quarantine and testing. It further says that Modi's actions in attempting to stifle criticism and open discussion during the crisis are inexcusable. The report says the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation estimates that India will see a staggering 1 million deaths from COVID-19 by August 1. If that outcomes were to happen, Modi's government would be responsible for presiding over a self-inflicted national catastrophe. India squandered its early success in controlling COVID-19. Until April, the government's COVID-19 task force had not met in months. The consequences of that decision are clear before us, and India must now restructure its response while the crisis rages. The report further called for the government to own up to its mistakes, provide responsible leadership and transparency, and implementing a public health response that has science at its heart. There are major questions being raised on the way Modi government is handling the pandemic. Since the beginning of the second wave of the pandemic, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, according to a Hindustan Times report, as on April 30th, he had 21 official meetings related to second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. However, unlike last year, PM Modi is now hardly seen giving public address. The last he spoke to people was through his monthly radio show Mann Ki Baat. On the other hand, Health Minister was busy declaring COVID in endgame in early March. Look at India's vaccination drive, hundreds of people queuing up for vaccine shot, but sometimes the vaccine stocks run out before the last person in the queue could get it. Some of them elderly citizens who have to stand in a scorching heat for hours waiting for the jab. They are not sure whether they will get it. According to a report, if the current pace of India's vaccination continues, then it will take 32 months, that is more than 2 years, to vaccinate entire Indian population. The pace of vaccination in India has come down by almost a half of its peak. On 5th April, the country vaccinated over 43 lakh people. On May 6th, India could administer only 23.70 lakh vaccine doses, a drop of 45%. On May 7th, India vaccinated only 22.97 lakh people. It will definitely be wiser if the government heeds to criticism and suggestions and act accordingly. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.